Good morning again. I've got another hat on. This hat was a gift I've had about 10 years. Yes, I know. Look, there is no hat ever been made that looks good on me. And I've given up caring. I'm just going to wear them sometimes. So this one was given to me by the wonderful drummer and human being, Mr. Jonie sent to me from America 10 years ago. It would be 10 years ago this February. I remember when, because it was sent before I went in to do the album in Chiang Mai. So there you go. Yeah, and it's got a bit old now. On this side I've got this kind of bit that's unravelled and formed a sort of Hasidic Jew kind of hat thing going on there, you know, with the curls coming down. And so this side is my Muslim side. You know, so the Jewish side here and the Muslim side here, and in the middle is, of course, the rock star who loves them both. Okay, so I am going to shoot some of the lakes today. I'm just going to edit this one. So, yeah, expect an edit point around about now. And as promised, here's the lake. Just before dawn, and I hope that this phone captures the colours, because it's gorgeous. As usual, even when it's raining, it's gorgeous. So, but this morning is especially colourful. I was on the Twitter yesterday, and somebody from Manchester posted a picture of one of my favourite buildings in the world, and it's the Central Library in Manchester, and it really is quite breathtaking. I'm going to put some pictures in now, and even though I'm narrating this bit on the lake, I'm now going to try and narrate over pictures that I don't know. I don't know the content of, but will be of the Central Library. But yeah, ooh, look at that. That's really good, innit? Whatever it is I'm showing you a picture of. And this is probably the inside. I mean, that is quite spectacular. And I was remembering the feeling the first time I went in there. It is a cathedral of books, you know. And I was this scruffy oik from Denton, you know, it's about 8 bus stops away from the city centre, and here I was, and I hesitated before I walked in because I didn't know whether I'd be allowed, and of course I was. It was a library, but when I walked in, I was walking around. I mean, my mouth must have been agape, you know. I was just like overwhelmed with it. And there were people sat in the study areas, studying, of course, what else would they do? And just this vast area full of books. And I loved a book. I loved all books. And but the first 10 minutes, I felt like someone was going to approach me, you know, and say, "Oi, what are you doing in here?" You know, and surf me out onto the street. And I'd be going, "It's a fair cop, Governor, sorry for disturbing you." But not only was I allowed in, I was allowed to join. That was just amazing. And then I got talking to a librarian there. I was looking for, at the time I was into James Bond, the books. Not the. I mean, I like the movies, but I really got into the books because they were all about travel. Ian Fleming had been a travel writer before he wrote the novels, and so a lot of the books taught me about different countries in the world. And I think that's part of what eventually gave me my wanderlust and sent me travelling around the globe. You know, so yeah, that was an amazing memory. Just triggered by the photo, and I've seen photos of it before. It's just never triggered that memory of my first time going in there and feeling like I wasn't worthy. And it was brilliant. The libraries are so precious and they're under attack. You know, the capitalists would say, well, these books have a value, and so therefore we must restrict their people's access to it. And because surely, if they're that valuable, they're willing to pay for them. And I'm not going to go on one about politics, but, you know, that's wrong. You know, not all things that are free are bad. And libraries are perhaps one of the most easy ways for some oik from Denton to liberate himself from the tram tracks of this working class path that had been set before him, and become more curious and desire more than what was expected. And, you know, if you hear of a library closing down, that's the death of ideas, the death of dreams. The internet can compensate, I guess, to a certain extent. But there's something about a library, and there was something about Central Library in Manchester that gave you a feeling of learning going on, and a feeling of vast knowledge struggling on the shelves to get out and jump into your head. So that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed it. Look at those colours, that's great, isn't it? So yeah, I love you all. Bye.